Move over to the seat then. Where do you want to be?
What's all these papers say?
Yeah, you can hear it here.
They can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It sounds all weird, but
It sounds distant, is what it sounds. I'm also talking.
Where do you want it?
Are we going to be coming up front or through the center?
And then if we need to, we can move the seats back.
No, we can't come back.
It is. But it'll say to use oil.
Over there. There, you want more left, more right?
No, I think we're good there.
Cool.
And then
Send it. Send it to yourself.
Right there, right there,
What is that
not
again?
in the computer during the security inspection. I'm shocked we didn't write us up for that.
Just click on it. Should be under. Go to the edit. Now. Send a link.
take.
Just copy that. The other one you can just put like pause for like we're just gonna call that mute for now on the live link because it should be there. I stepped in there, I was like,
about to begin. At this time, we ask that you please turn off or silence all cell phones and other electronic devices.
I'm beginning to miss it.
Is this safe for everybody?
Please stand for the arrival of our official party and remain standing for the presentation of the colors, the singing of the national anthem by the Scarlett O'Hara, and you are welcome to join us in the invocation given by Chaplain Gentry.
Present the colors.
Up, forward, arm, step. Colors. Pulse. Present. Pumps.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars fill the perilous
Port. Palms. Colors. Colors turn harsh.
I invite you to join me in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we come before you with grateful hearts, giving thanks to Chief Master Sergeant Kyle O'Hara and his 22 years of dedication to our nation and our Air Force. From his early days as a young structures engineer to his distinguished service as a chief, one thing has defined his career: a relentless commitment to building a stronger Air Force. As a true engineer, he has led the way constructing not only physical structures that stand as testaments to his skill, but to teams and structures that have strengthened the bonds and capabilities of those around him. We also thank you for his wife and for the children who have been his steadfast foundation, supporting and encouraging him through every challenge and triumph. As Chief O'Hara and his family prepare to the next chapter of their journey, we ask for your guidance and strength. May they be blessed with the peace and the promise of Aaron's blessing. May the Lord bless them and keep them. Lord, make his face shine upon them and be gracious unto them. The Lord lift his countenance upon you and give you peace. It's in your holy name we pray. Amen. Thank you, Ms. O'Hara and Chaplain Gentry. Please be seated. Good afternoon. I am Master Sergeant Steve Polly, and it is my honor and privilege to welcome you to the retirement ceremony honoring Chief Master Sergeant Kyle O'Hara. Today, we are taking part in a time-honored military tradition, a retirement ceremony to recognize Chief O'Hara for his 22 years of active military service in the United States Air Force. The retirement ceremony is one of the oldest and most traditional in the United States military, honoring members as they retire from long and honorable careers in service to you and their country. This formal ceremony will leave the retiree with a tangible expression of appreciation for its contributions to the military and its worldwide mission, and also ensure that he will continue to be a member of the United States Air Force even in retirement. We are pleased that you are with us to share the important event. There are a number of special guests we would like to recognize this afternoon, starting with our official party. Our host and presiding officer, executive officer to the Commander Air Force Installation and Mission Support Center, Lieutenant Colonel Hans Greenfield. And our guest of honor, Chief Master Sergeant Kyle O'Hara. Additionally, I'd like to welcome his wife Lacey, daughter Scarlett Mazzi, son Art, and his mother Shelley Cook. Command Chief, 82nd Training Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Ray Schultz. We would also like to welcome all group commanders, deputy group commanders, squadron commanders, Chief Master Sergeants, First Sergeants, members of Team Shepherd, and the men and women of the 366 Training Squadron. Welcome, and thank you for being with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present our presiding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Hans Greenfield.
Hey everyone, how are you?
Good.
It's nice to meet you. I'm a typical engineer, so we'll get through this awkwardness together. Thanks, Chief O'Hara. Thanks for inviting me on to do this. To the new leadership here, there's Chief Schultz, Chief Earl, and Chief Ward, three boys, and myself.
We were making fun of them on the side.
We're small group here, so you'll find out kind of ad-lib a lot. Thanks for having me here. I'll tell you, I graduated from tech school here, the 361st as an airman basic back in the 1900s. So we find this installation and seeing it again with this viewpoint is fun. I actually was invited out to watch the 366 do a Car Pro graduation this morning with the class 25023. And it was amazing to see kind of the full circle life that we're leading chiefs. Thanks for that. So my role here, anyone who's not been to a retirement ceremony? Everyone is? Nice, good stuff. This is the most important one for you. My role in this is kind of outline Chief's service over the last 22 years. And it's no small feat when you start digging through records, looking at the family sacrifice, and we'll just really examine what a person has to do with their loved ones to make it through 22 years of military service. It's humbling to be asked to keep a really good person. So with that, I will jump into this story. So the classes are on. So appreciate that. CMSgt fellow airmen creating President's Day, we got to not only mark the end of a career, but to celebrate a remarkable 22-year journey that has touched countless lives across the globe. We're here to honor Chief Marshal Kyle. But more importantly, we're here to recognize that his story is inseparable from the family who also served alongside him, sacrificed with him, and made his extraordinary service possible through their unwavering strength, love, and remarkable resilience. In traditional military fashion, I'll attempt to frame the salient points of his career. I will definitely come up short. I'll stress the following caveat. Encompassing those years, you can generally only hit the wave times, but there's so much more to his and his family's service to this great nation. I want to start this story by giving a big thank you for this opportunity. And a nod to the fact that anything I say will only pale in comparison to your actual experience with these past few decades. So thanks again for your unwavering support to this great nation. With that said, let's begin the story by laying out the starting point of this journey. 2 decades ago. A young skater boy, punk rocker. One of these, have you guys ever seen that picture? Does it show that picture? Ask him about this young picture from him basically. But pretty amazing. So I'll leave that one for you to share. Maybe pop up on your screen. But a young rocker from Las Vegas, like many other folks here today, stood at crossroads. College was too expensive, and when he found out that if he joined the military, he could become a pararescueman and earn his paramedic training for free, he was sold. And in November 2003, he joined the Air Force. His plans were to do that for just one enlistment, and then get out and parlay that skill into getting a job in a firefighter in his local Las Vegas. I'm not going to give away the story, but I think we can all see clearly the initial plan and what actually happened didn't quite line up. That's good for us. Life has a way of doing it. At the time, young Airman O'Hara completed 80% of the 10-week intensive PJ in-depth program before deciding to try something else instead. What was it? Swimming? What was it? Tennis? No?
I mean, the pool.
Okay. He said for the reclassification, he put nothing but medical and firefighter jobs on his release. That didn't happen either. But the Air Force decided we needed him as a 3E3 structures curriculum. And so he was off to Gulf Port, Mississippi, where he easily breezed through the curriculum and completed his technical training. I'm sure at that time it was a bit of a pill to swallow, and he was seriously thinking he would leave the military as soon as possible. He came down, got married in Mobile, Alabama. Must have been an adventure for you as well.
Yeah.
I'm sure you were shocked.
Yeah.
Okay. The thing I'll take a moment here to highlight is that you will see certain traits pop out over time. And again, along his journey. some that even he may not have realized in these early formative Air Force years. The first trait is an internal drive, or some may say stubbornness, to excel. And the second trait is a deep passion for helping his fellow human beings. After tech school, we sent him off to the 374th Civil Engineering Squadron at Dakota Air Base, where he spent those early airman years being the go-to airman for that ship. He was what we affectionately say, punching way above his weight class. And in that first assignment, came home with awards and accolades for his performance. During this assignment, the chief also cut his teeth on the expeditionary side of our business, deploying twice out of Alpha, located in the Netherlands, in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom, and support of the Combined Joint Task Force in the heart of Africa. But don't think his stellar performance stopped him from trying to get out of Syria. He still pushed hard to retrain every chance he could. Multiple times, I think he started applying for multiple special duties this summer. But nothing stuck, and luckily for us, in the summer of 2007, they left Japan on their way to 341st Civil Engineering Squadron Washington Air Force Base in Canada, where he continued to excel. Here, he and Lacey also learned shortly after arriving at this assignment that civil engineer skill sets are a highly sought after commodity for downrange commands. Picking up his third deployment on a Wednesday and taking off that Saturday to leave the combat skills training. They left them with an empty house over Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it was really heavy tough. So he forward projected from that training out to the location and found out the original task was no longer valid, and they started forward projecting him across the data from smaller bases to steadily smaller bases. So he ended up at a patrol base consisting of 30 Air Force members in the middle of nowhere, Iraq. I think that's the official name of that town, where they were teaching over 200 Iraqis construction techniques. This deployment took him outside the wire almost every day and made him extremely grateful for the future comforts that he used to take for granted as he was leading only MREs and living austere with no running water or plants. I can definitely attest firsthand, if you don't know how lucky you are to tell your own group every day, it's a pretty lucky experience. After completing that deployment, Senior Airman O'Hara shined back at home station, earning Airman Leadership School Distinguished Driver, and was promoted to Staff Sergeant to take new level of responsibility. This transition came hard for many, as you move from a role that's focused primarily on yourself and building a foundation of human skills, and now expand some new responsibilities that really put you at the point where the rubber meets the road in terms of application leadership. Gary was able to test his theoretical leadership skills, learned at ALS in his new role as a non-commissioned officer in charge of the ocean. He confided that here is also where he picked up sage advice from senior NCOs on how to run a shop and learned how they would support growing NCOs to leadership even when the road got going for them. The big story at this base isn't how well he was doing the job. It was that this one-term and out guy decided to move up. And he said it had something to do with the economy. I think there was a housing crash, 2008, probably wrecked everything. That was in the dumps. Couple that with a huge realistic bonus and a basic preference, all being offered at the same time as little Scarf was getting ready to join their family. I think that's it. I still think secretly he was trying to get that special duty or something. But there was some that special duty or something didn't come from. So the basic preference took me back to Las Vegas, Nellis Air Force Base. And then I thought he was trying to line up an X strategy out there, but it turned out he was just trying to get with airborne Red Horse at that time. Special duties. He was chasing. In this assignment, Sergeant O'Hara was getting after it, jumping in all kinds of things, from squadron detail to honor guard and television to win headquarters Air Force awards, and earning individual recognition for outstanding volunteers. And of course, as a civil engineer, he deployed for his fourth time, this on River Island. When he came back in the summer of 2011, they packed up a family of 3 and moved back to overseas to Dakota Air Base. Over that 4-year assignment, Chief put in extensive work, jumping in wide impacting roles that helped operations like Wing West and Pack Out, and taking on wing-wide roles such as the Air Force Sergeant Association President. His academic prowess was once again on display under distinguished graduate from Non-Commissioned Officer Academy and completed his bachelor's degree. The massive amount of work he took catapulted him into the ranks, getting both technical sergeant and master sergeant at this assembly. What an absolute clinical performance, all while continuing to embrace the human side with inner shot pranks and freezing cut cards, the big blocks of ice, if left unattended, or other such pranks I will quizzing on later. He likes to say, "Oh, you're so serious, like good to light it up." What a great human connection. Checking out the amount of work in his records, I have no idea how they were able to work this in. Maybe he was trying to work somehow. While at station here, they managed to have part of the community. What a prize. After Yokota, the family of four moved out to Peterson Air Force Base in Colorado, where he jumped into the regular parachute lieutenant role, leading that team in Best Major Command Wing Wings again, and earning the Wing Saigon Award nominations. He excelled in leading 130 engineers and earned a senior master mission, solidifying his role in the top 2% of our missile force. Unfortunately, earning a strike in our Air Force hockey meetings were also moved, so congratulations to both of them. And in November of 2017, the O'Haras packed up and moved to Ramsey Air Base. Where, surprise, surprise, he continues to absolutely crush the job and earn the trifecta of distinguished graduates, this time at the senior field. While here he also achieved what I will say is a seminal goal of getting selected for a special duty assignment. After applying and failing to get, he listed these outcomes and listened. Civil flag instructor, a courier, rear team, D-cell, tech school instructor, airborne graduates, a CB exchange, and multiple first sergeant rankings. He finally got that special duty assignment. And he admits that this is one of his top 2 favorite jobs. So grateful. He became the station chief of U.S. Transcom Defense Couriers Station. And while Germany outside Madison, for earning his final strike, Chief Master, the top 1% of us, of course, and promoting out of that coveted and long sought after special duty day. Must have been bittersweet. The next stop for the family was moved to Altus Air Force Base, to the squadron superintendent of the 97th Civil Engineers Squadron. Here he led 287 engineers to great heights and also picked up his final deployment, this time to Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia. Leading 327 airmen generated over 2,100 soldiers on that time. He highlighted his deployment and the senior enlisted leader as one of his top 2 favorite jobs as well. I got you. So we'll get there. After completing this job, the O'Haras moved to North Carolina, joining me at the 4th Civil Engineer Squadron, CMSgt Air Force Base. More hard feelings about not being in the top 10. I'm here. I'm excited to be invited back. Here at Seymour Johnson, he was a squadron senior enlisted leader, and he led 265 engineers in developing proof of concepts for some of the Air Force's newest expeditionary employment strategies associated with air task force, deployable combat units, and combat air base squadrons. He was passionate about leveraging his expeditionary experience to better prepare our airmen with flags and silver flags to combat support training units. He led airmen to be prepared when called to fight. After wrapping up that job, he was handpicked to come down here and lead the mean machine of the 366 training center, where he continues to grow and mentor and lead future civil engineers enterprise as they gain the foundational skills needed to sustain and deploy combat capabilities. I can think of no better place for a storied career like yours to come to close this chapter in his life and move on to the stability that is so rare. Chief, you and your family have given a lot in your over 2 decades of service to this organization. You have spent over 1,000 days away from your family. Your kids have had to move away from close friends time and again. And you have all and interruptions that come with the job within your daily lives. I know you're looking forward to the future, to stability, to putting down roots, to caring of just one single phone, and no after-hours emergencies. I'm excited for this. So with that, for you, Lacey, Scarlett, Hart, Maisie, I'm excited for you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to come here and officiate today, and we wish you nothing but the very best.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Winkler. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the medal presentation and remain standing for the reading of the retirement order.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America, authorized by Executive Order 16 January 1969, has awarded the Meritorious Service Medal, 5th Oak Leaf Cluster to Chief Master Sergeant Kyle P. O'Hara for meritorious service from 30 January 2024 to 31 January 2026. Chief Master Sergeant Kyle P. O'Hara distinguished himself in the performance of outstanding service in the United States as Senior Enlisted Leader, 366th Training Squadron, 782nd Training Group, 82nd Training Wing, Shepherd Air Force Base, Texas. During this period, Chief O'Hara led 227 personnel and 53 courses at 4 geographically separated areas to train over 5,000 Air Force, Army, Navy, and civilian students annually in 8 career fields. Additionally, he guided his team through significant change by advocating for manning, organizational structure, and functional capabilities in preparation for a new training squadron and centers of excellence. Furthermore, Chief O'Hara pushed innovation by overhauling a graduation video for the entire engineer community, developing messaging campaigns for new programs, and bringing heritage to schoolhouses through artwork and history to build proud engineers. Finally, his leadership drove the unit to receive the Wing's Best Climate Survey rating, a highly effective in leadership for 2024 Unit Effectiveness Inspection, 15 Joint and 57 Group, Wing, and Major Command Awards. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Chief O'Hara culminate in a distinguished career in service of his country and reflect credit upon himself and the United States Air Force.
Next up, the thing. Is it the thing? Let's make it official. All right, so I got to ask, just to confirm, because this is a family decision, not necessary, is yeah?
Yeah.
Yes? Retire?
Yeah.
Sure? Keep them in, I can shred this thing up. No? Say you already said. All right. Publish the order.
Attention to orders. From the Department of the Air Force, Washington, D.C. Special Order number AC 003159. Effective 31 January 2026. You are relieved from active duty, organization, and station of assignment. Retired effective 1 February 2026 for DAFI 363203 in grade of Chief Master Sergeant. Thank you. Please be seated. Along with the retirement order is a certificate which reads, "This is to certify that Chief Master Sergeant Kyle O'Hara, having served faithfully and honorably, was retired from the United States Air Force on the first day of February 2026. Signed, David W. Alvin, General, United States Air Force, Chief of Staff, and Paul G. Filcher, Brigadier General, United States Air Force, Commander, 82nd Training.
We're gonna get there. Just want to make sure on the camera. Yeah.
Chief O'Hara is also receiving a certificate of appreciation from the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. And it reads, I am proud to join your friends and family in congratulating you on your retirement from the United States Air Force. The achievements and contributions you have made throughout your career are indicative of the core values of our great service. Your retirement is well deserved, but your selfless contributions will be sorely missed. On behalf of all airmen, thank you for your faithful and devoted service to our nation. As this chapter in your life closes and a new one begins, I hope the years ahead are filled with more great memories and continued success. Given this first day of February 2026, signed, Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, David A. Blossom. In addition to a retirement certificate, Chief O'Hara will be presented with a Presidential Certificate for Service in the Armed Forces of the United States, which reads, I extend to you my personal thanks and a sincere appreciation of our great nation for your contribution of honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation during a critical time in its history with a devotion to duty and a spirit of sacrifice in keeping with the proud traditions of military service. I trust that in the coming years, you will maintain an active interest in the armed forces and the purpose which you serve. Those who follow in your footsteps will draw inspiration from your commitment, dedication, and sacrifices made to ensure the protection of our American freedoms. My best wishes to you for happiness and success in the future. Signed, Donald J. Trump, Commander-in-Chief. Every retiree receives a special retirement pin as a memento of their active duty service. At this time, we ask Mrs. Lacey O'Hara to come forward and place the retirement pin on Chief O'Hara's lapel to symbolize his transition from active duty to retired status. We will now present Mrs. O'Hara with a certificate of appreciation on behalf of the United States Air Force. The certificate reads as follows. In grateful appreciation, the United States Air Force presents this certificate of recognition to Mrs. Lacey O'Hara for the commitment and numerous contributions that made positive impacts to the nation's defense. Thank you for the support which gave strength and purpose to your spouse's service. Signed, David W. Alvin, General, United States Air Force, Chief of Staff, and Paul G. Filcher, Brigadier General, United States Air Force Commander, 82nd Training. On behalf of all Air Force, airmen, and their families, the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force also presents a certificate of appreciation to Mrs. O'Hara. And it reads, I join your spouse, family, and friends in thanking you for the numerous contributions and sacrifices you made in support of our United States Air Force. Your dedication gave strength and purpose to your spouse's service in defense of our nation. Signed, Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, David A. Blossom. Thank you, Mrs. O'Hara. At this time, Chief O'Hara would like to thank his family for all of their support.
I didn't want to do flowers, flowers die. So get some that they can remember. If you want to open it. And you mean very less.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to present to you Chief Master Sergeant Kyle O'Hara, United States Air Force, retired.
Hold on, I got a couple things I got to do. I was at the troops store. I was like, I was going to I hope everybody back home on the camera can hear. I'm trying to get my fixed, but it goes a lot quicker up here when you're sitting here after you put this together. It's like, oh, yeah, it's already mine. You talk. It's pretty crazy. So I'm really going to try and hold it together because there's been so much motion just over the last month or so. But firstly, I want to thank the Lord. He truly has given me everything I've ever asked for. May it not been what I wanted, it came at the right time. Thank you, Chief Schultz, fellow chiefs, Colonel Adams. Thank you all for being here. Chaplain Gentry, fellow chiefs, first sergeant commanders. Thank you all for being here. My friends from Altus, thank you all for coming out to support. My joint teammates, MTLs, Miss Halloween, Mr. Hernandez, thank you all for coming. It means so much that you all be here. Colonel Winkler, thank you for coming out. I started thinking about which commander to have come and preside over my retirement ceremony. And when I started thinking about it, you and me probably spent the most time together than any commander. Our long trips to Camp Lejeune to visit our member in prison. Our trip to Kentucky to visit our member in prison. All the bivouacs. Our trips to Cherry Point and all those other places to see our folks doing awesome things. All the TDYs, the fights we almost got in at ACC conference just for not doing preventive maintenance because we were just so focused on developing combat engineers. And you would have swore that it was the end of the world with our fellow engineers that we didn't prioritize these. So we stood and we fought that together. So you were just the right person for it. So thank you for coming up here. For Warsham, thank you for being here. I know you had a bunch of other things to do. Happy birthday, son. It really means a lot to all of you. Colonel G, again, I just want to put stop. Thank you so much for approving me on Skill Ridge. It's going to give me some much needed time to decompress and just focus on what's next, but then also the family. So I also want to thank everybody that made this event a success. Sergeant Moore, Sergeant Sponges Wong, Sergeant Colley, Sergeant Lake, and Senior Huff, Captain, she's back there in the back room somewhere. Oh, there's Captain for helping me out. Thank you. And anybody else who just inadvertently started met them for helping get the thing set up. I have the technology. It escapes me, so thank you so much for doing that. I've never done a Facebook Live thing before. It wouldn't have been successful without you, so thank you. And I'm going to thank my family at the end because if not, I won't make it through this. Like Colonel Winkler said, I only ever joined the Air Force because it was really just a stepping stone to me becoming a firefighter like my dad and his dad, my uncles, my cousin. So I came in pararescue with the intention of just getting out of it, that first enlistment, having my paramedic under my belt. When I quit and got reclassed into structures, I really didn't want anything to do with it. I was going to try and fail out of tech school. I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. But having said that, I don't think I would have fit in with any other group of people, nor would I have been able to do the things I got to do, go the places I got to go, and meet the people that I got to meet. CE truly is a family. My family. I'm going to change it. I thought I hated my job, and I couldn't wait to retire. With much reflection, I realized I love being an airman, engineer, structural technician, chief, senior enlisted leader. So why am I retiring? Too many more moves in a short period of time, impacts to the family, and a lack of career progression. I won't miss the early morning PT sessions, the late night health and wellness checks, or the ridiculous bureaucracies, but I will miss the people, the camaraderie, and the common goal we all share. Just to clarify, when I said my second favorite job, it's just eating Tennessee in general. So that includes the Fords, the 97. You're in there with the so I can't, finish without, I guess, a little bit of mentorship and just, providing what I feel like is words of wisdom or just reminders. So please bear with me for a second. To my fellow chiefs, I see you back there knocking the gear, I like it. Thank you for coming out. It's been an honor to serve beside you. Remember, our greatest responsibility is to serve and develop those around us. From the lowest airmen to commanders at all levels, we continue to earn being called chief through what we say and do. For my NCOs and senior NCOs, you are where the rubber meets the road, where success and where failure happen. And just realizing, your responsibility in that and how much weight that holds. Know your business. It's nothing worse than having a supervisor that don't know what they're talking about, don't know how to take care of you, especially when you're the subordinate. So know your business. Make sure you take care of people. Deliberately develop them, mentor them, give them real constructive feedback, and then help them accomplish their goals and reach that next level. Have high standards and make sure people measure up. Be fair. You can be hard and still care about people. Realize that all airmen are your airmen. No matter if they're in your shop or not, they're your airmen. Especially here, it's even more prevalent. I always say it all the time. You're in the truck, you're every single airman on this base is your airman. You're NCO, every airman is your airman. How do we get to yes? I spent a long time saying no to everything. When in fact, we could really do almost anything. We just had to have that mindset. That might mean something else doesn't get done, or that we need resources, but we can do almost anything. So how do we have that mindset of how to get to yes rather than just saying no? And then lastly, see a need, fill a need, act. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. You see that we need something, whether we got the money for it or not, put it on you first. Make it happen. Do the legwork so it's easy to pull the trigger on. I take comfort in knowing that you all are the future of the Air Force. And that leaders like Senior Master Sergeant Huffstell, Captain Rowe, that truly care about you and the mission will continue to lead the way. All right, now comes the hard part. To my family. Nothing I could ever say to you would capture how much I love you and how much you love me. To my mom, I don't know how you did here growing up. You always seem to make mom give you the shirt off the back even if she didn't have one. You're always there when I need you. Visit us everywhere. station, always supportive, an amazing mom, and an even more amazing grandma. To my dad, who couldn't be here today, but I know he's watching, thank you for being a hero and a good role model his son could look up to and aspire to be like. Thank you for instilling discipline in me and being tough on me when needed. I wouldn't be where I am today without you. To my kids, I might be a little bit biased because that's probably the best rendition of national anthem I've ever heard. I heard her singing in the garage. Scarlett, you and I are more alike than you will ever know. I think that's why we like that so much. I'm so proud of you and all the things you continue to accomplish. Your sassiness and feisty personality keep me on my toes. I don't say it enough, but I love you. Always be Heart. I always say that you and me against the world. Just like you, I don't have a brother growing up. I'm so glad I have you. Someone to share and bond with. Just that guy time. I love you, buddy. And you wanted me to plug who's got a YouTube channel. Azzy, you are a funny, loving, and sweet little girl. Thank you for always asking me to come sit with you, hold you, and often being the only one to acknowledge my presence. You never hesitate to tell me you love me. I love you, and as you put it, I love our you and me days. To my wife, you have been there through the long haul. Basic tech training, every TDY deployment and PCS, every accomplishment and failure, and every good and bad day. You have sacrificed your dreams and aspirations. You took care of the house as a kid so I could take care of you. In my opinion, you served more than I did. You are my hero. And you deserve to be recognized more than me. Thank you for always being there, for your love and support. I couldn't have done this without you. I love you. All right, in closing, I'll leave you with my two favorite quotes that help me guide me along the way. I know everybody's probably heard them, but it's kind of here it is. From the late Chief Gabler, says, try to be remembered, not just recognized. And I hope that I'm remembered as a good airman, engineer, supervisor, leader, and chief. And my second favorite quote was from a t-shirt I had that said, work hard, stay hard. And finally, engineers! Lead the way! Yeah, buddy.
Chief O'Hara, the men and women of Team Shepherd are proud to have served with you, and we wish you and your family continued success. Godspeed. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Air Force song and the departure of the official party.
We go into the wild blue yonder, flying high into the sun. Here they come, soon to meet our thunder. And roll, give it a gun, give it a gun. And now we dive, stopping flames from under. Off with one hell of a roar. We live in vain, we're down, like hey, stop the U.S. Air Force.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. Please join us for drinks in the bar area. Thank you for attending this afternoon. Have a great day. Yes, sir. Thank you.